Hi, welcome. This is a video on complex operations. This video is at the highly proficient level. And here we see we've got two binomials. They are complex numbers. And one of the things to keep in mind is that if you have the square root of -1, that is by definition the imaginary unit I. And so remember what a square root is that it asks the question, what number multiplied by itself is the thing under the radical? So this is what number multiplied by itself is -1. And since we've just defined that as being I, if I multiply it by itself, or if I take it squared, that is equal to -1. So this is something we're going to be using here. So if I take 7 plus 5i, and I multiply that by -2 minus 4i. Keep in mind, we could do this with the distributive property using those lines there. We could use the box, 7 plus 5i, leave on the side or on the top, and then -2 times a -4i. You could do that here, or you could do it in that vertical stack method with the 7 plus 5i times -2 minus 4i, and any one of those would work just fine. I'm going to go ahead and do it this way here. So 7 times -2 is -14, and 7 times -4i would be a positive times a negative 28i. And then I multiply by 5i as well with each of these. So 5i times -2 would be -10i. And then 5i times a -4i. And a positive 5 times a -4 would be -20. And then I times I is I squared. And this is where I would say, hey, remember that I squared equals -1. And so I'm going to make that substitution here. -14 minus 28i. You know what? While we're at it, let's go ahead and combine. These are both imaginary numbers. They're the imaginary parts of the complex number. So they're both negative. So they just become more negative. -28i minus 10i is -38i, and then I've got minus 20 times, again, I squared is -1, so this is -1. Just swapped out the I squared for -1. And now a -20 times a -1 is a positive 20. I'm going to write that over here. And those are going to combine. 20 minus 14 would be positive 6. So that's 6 minus 38i. And then this is the real part, and this is the imaginary part, and they don't combine, so we leave our answer like that.